Hi guys. So, I know I missed the morning chat, but I got up a little late and it's been kind of hectic getting breakfast around and getting ready for work, which I have to be there at 2. You didn't have to pause that.
Whatever.
Anyway, just wanted to talk to you guys for a little bit here. This week I kind of wanted to get into showing you guys some of the places that I'm getting homesteading information from, what I'm doing with it, where I'm putting it, and how I'm planning on using it. So this is the first one, and it's a PDF that I have saved on my phone. It's called How to Start a Homestead No Matter Where You Live. It's from the Homestead Survival site. It was written in 2020. It's posted on homesteadsurvivalsite.com. Okay, there's a ton of information in here. I'll show it to you here. How to start a homestead. And how to start a homestead no matter where you live. At least I know that'll be flipped around on the video. Found that out the last time. Just give you a little information here on what kind of information is in here. There's an introduction, adapting to the homestead mindset, growing your own groceries, which is one of our number one reasons for homesteading, raising your own meat and eggs, and they list chickens, goats, and rabbits. Two other ones that are listed as, actually, three other ones that are listed as very good starters for a beginning homesteader are ducks, geese, and quail. Quail being kind of a number one first recommended bird for beginning homesteaders, along with chickens. Creating an apothecary, and it goes over the top 12 healing herbs to grow. Home remedies, the garlic cleanse, immune system booster, natural flu shots. I have never ever gotten a flu shot in my entire life. I usually do not get sick. I haven't had a vaccine since I was a child. I'm not gonna get into that one either. Not on here. Anyway, maybe once we have our own website, I'll post raw videos on there that aren't gonna get messed with by YouTube, but I'm not gonna get into that one. Okay, and then turmeric bombs, turmeric golden milk, turmeric healing poultice, preserving food, canning, dehydrating, smoking, salting, pickling, freezing, and freeze drying. Okay, salting, I do believe I haven't gotten to that section yet, but I do believe that under salting is going to go over a little bit of fermenting, which I have a lot to learn on that yet, but then they go into off-grid power and get off-grid in small doses, solar alternatives, collecting rainwater, which that's exactly how we're going to be getting most of our water, aside from, yeah, the little creek that runs on our property. Under collecting rainwater, it's rainwater collection barrel, rainwater barrel setup and checklist, rainwater collection tips, using the collected rainwater, and then upcycling and do-it-yourself projects, changing your mindset, top 10 homesteading tools, and then mentors and partners, and it goes into homesteading mentors and partnerships. And I wanted to go into a little bit of it with you guys, and just kind of so I can spread this information out there and try to start helping people get that mindset and understand a little bit of what homesteading is and or what it can be rather, or things that can be included in homesteading. You don't have to do everything to be considered a homesteader. Even if you just grow a few things in small containers, that's still homesteading, even if it's just a little bit. And even a little bit is better than nothing. It's healthier than buying that stuff from the store. So you're still helping yourself out by every little bit that you do. And then add a little bit more as you go along. As soon as you can, add a little bit more. And that's what we've had to do down here because we had to leave everything up in Michigan and we're just basically having to start over from scratch. Now, at some point, we'll be able to get our stuff down here. I'm saving back some money right now to send our son probably $200 or $300 to send down quite a bit of our stuff. So I'll have my homesteading. I'll have my homesteading books, my binder that I started where I have a lot of homesteading pins written out. I even have recipes written down off Grid with Doug and Stacy's site. I really love their ranch dressing. Um, I've done their shrubs. I've done the haymaker's punch. Couple of other things they have on their site that I've made that are really good, and they're really really healthy for you. So I'm trying to get back into doing that, doing some of those things again, but we can't use our tap water for it, so it's kind of we're having to stock up on like distilled water and purified water. When I can get out to the property, I'm going to take all our empty water jugs and fill them with water from our creek. So, anyway, so just to get into this a little bit, I really like how it starts out, and I'll just read a little bit of it to you because I really like how it's worded, and they're really trying to reach out to people. So here we go. This is the introduction. And it says, "Do you ever sit and think about what it would be like to live on your dream homestead? I'm sure plenty of you guys have had like grandparents, maybe even your parents or great grandparents that grew everything, raised all their own food, canned, preserved their food in some way, made their own medicines. It's all part of the homesteading. The green fields, the swaying trees, the sounds of chickens clucking, the smell of fresh earth and blooming flowers. Even walking barefoot through those fields. Down here we have to be careful because of the snakes. Don't want to get into that. But like right in like your own yard, you will be able to like walk barefoot from our house like down to like right there around the house. We'll just have to be careful in the higher grasses and stuff, and that's what the shoe boots are for. And I'm going to be stocking up on quite a few pairs of those for each one of us. The smell of fresh, I already read that. The feeling of sunlight on your skin, which is the best source for vitamin D. Getting out in the sun is the best thing for you. And lately I've been getting up a little too late and haven't been able to go out for a walk right after I've gotten up. Especially on days that I have to work. Gotta try to get myself back into getting up earlier. And a cool breeze on your face. And then you blink, look around, and realize you're still in your tiny house or cramped apartment, or for us, our trailer. And that warm feeling goes away. I've been there. Well, the warm feeling doesn't really go away because we're gonna get there. And we'll be back there. As soon as we get our house built on our property or have a camper trailer out there, we'll be able to go be out there a lot more and get going on the building. Especially now that I know we have some help. For most people, the idea of buying a piece of land out in the country just isn't realistic. Under most circumstances, we did find, for me, it was the best option, even though I've heard people say that classic country is not a great option because a lot of their properties are like out in the boonies, hard to get to, you need a four-wheel drive. Okay, well, you know what? This is the way I look at it. What are you willing to do to make your life actually better? What are you willing to do? How far are you willing to go to be able to raise and grow all your own food? To be able to get healthier, to be out there in nature. How far are you willing to go? We didn't stick with a property that we put money down on before we moved from Michigan down here because of how far away it was from Wilderton. The property that we first put money down on was closer to Red Oak. And not having a vehicle, about 15-20 minutes is not as easy to get to as 7 to 10 minutes. So technically our property is 12 miles from here because it's 6 miles from here to the road in Panola that you have to take to get up into the mountain, and then it's 6.7 miles from there. So classic country, in my opinion, is the best way to go, especially if you don't have a lot of money. I mean, yes, you still need $398, about $400 to get your property. But it's better than having to go through all of the red tape for your credit checks and, oh, if your credit's not good enough, well, we can't help you. And then you're stuck where you are. Classic country, they have a good thing going. They really do. You just have to keep up on your payment. And there's lots of ways that you can do that. I'm in the process of getting in with a company for a job working from home so I can have more money coming in and we can get on top of things a little bit better. Anyway, maybe you simply can't afford it. That's the thing with a lot of people. Or maybe you're tied to your location for some reason or another. I used to think that because of my kids when they were younger in school. I should have been the smarter one and moved us onto land that we could have built up a homestead when the kids were just, even in '03 when they were 5, 3, and 2, because they would have grown up on that homestead and with, you know, working on a farm, on working with the little animals and learning how to take care of them and learning how to gather eggs and how to plant and take care of a garden and how to harvest and help mom preserve the food, and it would have been a lot better for them. I personally believe they would have been in a lot better place health wise, but we live and learn. So right now, our daughter is with us, and even though, she has a few issues, we'll get on top of those. It's just going to take some time. Now, our boys, just going to have to pray for them. Aaron, he'll be okay. He's on my mom and dad's property. He knows what to do if it, when it gets to that point. And I'm going to make sure he's covered and that he has what he needs to get started. So, anyway. Like maybe you need to be close to your parents so you can take care of them. Your child has to go to a special needs school in the city. You can't be too far away from your job, which your family needs you to keep for financial reasons. Yeah, I mean those are all very legit reasons. But in the long run, they can all be worked out. And I'm not going to get into the schooling thing with kids. If I would have gotten us onto our own property years ago, I would have just homeschooled our kids. So, how will you ever have a homestead? And that's a question a lot of people ask. How could we ever do this? We've got this, and a lot of people think they have to have just so much, but there's so many things that we can live without. So many. We had almost nothing when we moved down here. And yeah, we were able to get into a trailer. No, it's not off grid. We have electricity. But okay, that's not the bulk of it. We came down here with what clothes we brought with us and a few other things. That's it. God has provided for us. And He'll continue to do that. And I have full confidence in that. Well, I have some good news. You can start a homestead no matter where you live. Just as Doug and Stacy have said, start where you are. No, it won't be as in your dreams, but you can at least get some enjoyment out of growing plants, raising meat, creating herbal remedies, and preserving your harvest. We'll talk about these things in several videos, but before you can do any of that, you need to change your mindset. And I don't want to make this video too long because I do have to work today, but that goes into the next part, and I'll get into that tomorrow, and I will get my butt up and do a morning chat tomorrow because I don't have to work tomorrow on Wednesday, which is good. Unfortunately, I have to work kind of late tonight. I have to work until 11, but it's okay. Anyway, so this is just a little start on what I hope will be informational and enough to make you guys want to come back and subscribe to the channel and like our videos. I'm hoping that our newer videos are a lot better than the older ones. A couple of them are kind of not really, but I think they're getting a little bit better. Anyway, so stay tuned for tomorrow on adapting to the homestead mindset and a little bit of how to do that. So I'm going to close out this video and get it on the channel, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks. You guys have a good day, and try to think of some ways that you can work around your challenges to start a little homestead even right where you are, even if it's just container gardening. And there's a lot of information out there on how to do that. Mine didn't go very well this summer because it was really hot and I should have moved my plants inside and I didn't. So we'll do better next year. We did get a little bit out of it and I still have a few plants growing, so it's not too bad of a thing. But I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and you guys all have a good day and be thinking about your own homesteads. See you tomorrow.